Pelicans fall 99-98. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Join with Chaz, presented by Company Burger, Birdsall Law Firm, DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sportsman partner of Boot Crew Media, and Rusty Nail, and Sidecar. Let's get to the last play. Kind of went on an event session with you, Chaz, before we even got on. 15 seconds left. Jokic hits a go-ahead bucket, and Coach Green lets him play it out. CJ takes a horrendous shot, 16-foot fadeaway on the baseline, gets lucky, ball goes out of bounds. Call a timeout, drop play. It's a triangle set on the left side. Yeah, spacer. I don't know who was. It might have been. I don't know who's in the right corner. Whatever. Herb's inbounding it. It's actually a really good play design. So it looked like it was a screen, and then CJ pops to the corner. But where you get them, especially in a switching defense, is Billy Hernan Gomez sets the screen and slips, and he is wide open under the basket. And Herb Jones goes right to CJ McCollum, who was 0 for 7 from deep tonight, or what he was. Thank you, 0 for 8 and 9 of 22 from the field. And some people were like, "Well, not the best play." It was a great play call because everyone on the floor is like, "It's going to CJ. It's going to CJ." No, Billy slips, wide open. Herb misses him, goes to CJ, and you lose. And it's this. You're asking me before I got on here, you need to calm down. I'm frustrated because you're losing the same exact way every single time. And yes, I know Zion's not there, and I know Brandon's not there, and I know that Najee's not there, and Dyson got hurt tonight. But I'm over the excuses. These are winnable games. You shouldn't beat Miami. You should have beat Brooklyn. You're up one with 20 seconds left. Should be you've had leads, or you've had leads late in games, or you've had a chance to win, and every time you've lost. Go ahead.
I think for us the last play specifically, I think it was a predetermined play, right? I think I'm not even throwing Herb no bell. I thought Herb had 2 costly turnovers late in the game. I think on that last possession specifically, though, never even looked for Billy. Like anything that was going on outside of CJ wasn't going to be an option. And CJ had a bad shoot night, man. But he's paid to take that shot. You know what I'm saying? It sucks because sometimes you just want to win the game. You don't care about the politics of everything. You just want to win the game. But that's the shot CJ has to take. CJ, JV, or even Jose in that situation have to. Those are the guys who were supposed to take those shots, but it just sucks because Billy was wide open. Like he was just like on the broadcast, it looked even worse. It was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And I was listening to the Nuggets broadcast. They was like, "What happened there? They didn't see Hernan go back." Like they were going crazy. So
it was a wide open layup, Chaz.
It was wide. It was a foul at minimum.
At minimum, and Billy just hit.
Yeah. Did I freeze or did you freeze?
Am I frozen, Chaz?
Me. Yeah, it's good. It's probably on my side, but go ahead.
Sorry, I'll go ahead. But yeah, it just seems that they're struggling. Hey, Billy Hernangomez not tonight. Like we gotta give him his flowers. Billy Hernangomez was fantastic tonight.
Yeah, he was ready to play, and he had a good game against them last time. What up, Chris?
What up, y'all?
He had a good game against them last time. Honestly, it was just a game where a lot of the guys stepped up, and just really unfortunate, man. The ending was super unfortunate, but it's not really something you can even learn from. That's the sad part. Like you can't really learn from this game because this team kind of is who it is. But it was a great effort by the guys in the end. I will say.
Yeah, it was a great effort. And Chris, we were just talking about Billy. Welcome, Chris, kind of the show, but we were talking about Billy Hernangomez, and he's been vocal about not getting playing time tonight, and he seized the moment. He was great tonight. I thought it was interesting, Chris, that Coach Green chose to close out with Billy Hernangomez and not Jonas Valanciunas tonight on Jokic.
Yeah, I think some of that is a matchup thing too. For whatever reason, Billy just seems to play well in minutes against Jokic and the Nuggets, or just more and against a lot of traditional back to the basket type bigs. I mean, Jokic is a unicorn, but 7-footers, 6'11" guys that are more throwbacks than the undersized, quicker type bigs that we see today. And I mean, even in the first game, that was one of Billy's better performances of the year, and played a lot of minutes in that matchup as well. I mean, you gotta give it to him for all the passive aggressive tweets and the gorillas and the time clock messages and the charged up emojis. I mean, he went out there and played well, and I do think that it's a message, or it's what we already know. He's better than, especially when you're under man, he's better than another big that you're currently trying to find minutes to play that started today.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back games now, we're having trouble inbounding the basketball. Just small things. And it's frustrating, especially when you have your two all-stars out. You got to execute the small things. They're not doing it, and that's why I'm so frustrated. I mean, simply calling a timeout with Dyson Daniels. It's simply seeing the slip and Billy Hernangomez with Herb Jones. I'm running out of excuses now. Hopefully Brandon's back tomorrow, but you have to, as Chaz said before, you have to now bounce back tomorrow after a grueling loss, after you had to exhaust a lot of energy coming back tonight, and now you got to play the Minnesota Timberwolves. Like, yeah, the Timberwolves are like, they're not that great this year, but they got some guys. Like Anthony Edwards, like Rudy Gobert is pretty good. Like, this is a rough stretch right now. This is a rough stretch.
You got to get Kyra on the first plane.
No, he's in Canada. Don't forget.
Oh, damn. You got to get Sebring. God damn. You got
They rolling their eyes, man.
We're talking about Sebring right now. Like, that's not a good sign. Like, we're talking about Sebring.
Man,
I mean, look, we were talking about Jared Harper and Jose Alvarado last year at this time. I mean,
yeah, we were 15 games under 500. I mean, we were used to that.
What's Carlo up to right now? What's Carlo doing right now?
Right on time with me.
But hey,
Chris,
look,
would you?
go ahead, Chaz. No, go ahead.
Okay. Chris, would you? Jose looked good tonight. Jose looked great. Well, something about the Nuggets that he rises to the occasion.
You know, that's one of the better. So look, I mean, I'm, and this is if Brandon returns tomorrow, but let's say he doesn't. Let's say it's Saturday or never again. If let's say, you know, with Najee's arrival brings, well, if Najee's back tomorrow, we know the energy and the intensity that he brings, right? Brandon's arrival, period, brings something to this team in which they miss and will bring an energy level. But I will say with Jose, one of the better developments even in this game is that he was aggressive and he stopped shooting the ball. He stopped trying to be something that, you know, he's a streaky shooter. Right? He's not a
he stopped trying to be like a sniper.
Yeah. I mean, that's not, you know, it's a luxury when you have those things going, but one of the biggest things you can bring this team is your ability to get to the rim, make things happen. Some of those Steve Nash kind of plays, being able to get to the rim, get contact, stuff like that. That changed the game. That really more than anything is what got them back in the game. And if he's able to get back to that, a lot of what we saw him doing when he first got to New Orleans last year and started getting minutes on that side of the floor, that can be big for this team going forward, especially without Zion and company.
Chaz, what'd you think about the Garrett Temple step back three tonight? I almost fell out my chair. I thought it was the Tony Snell corner three. I mean, he had a confident step back three on the right wing. He had productive minutes tonight, which was insane.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, every time I've seen Temple this season, he's been ready. Like every time this season, every time he stepped on the floor, he's been ready, man. I have to honestly say that. As far as like some of the things, but see, here's the thing. All right, you mentioned Temple. You got vets on this team, and you got some guys on the staff who are experienced. When you see inbounding issues like that, that's a top-down issue, right? And it's something I've been saying for a while now. I just feel like it's like, are we going over these situations? Are we not learning? Are things not transferring from one game to the next? And that with that last shot, of course, CJ has to take that shot. He has to be the guy to take it. But the conversation going into that possession should have been, hey, whoever open, give them the ball.
Well, Chaz, I want to bring a little insight into that because I've done it a lot. And you got to think, once again, Coach Green's drawing it up. You got to think, hey, look for the slip here. If the slip's not there, you have CJ in the corner. but Herb didn't even look for the slip. Like it wasn't even like he was going corner.
Yeah, it was a predetermined play. It was a very nicely drawn up play, really nice ATO. It was just predetermined. Denver, we had Denver's like defense just on his heels.
Jokic
It was just one of
lost.
those nice.
Jokic was lost. He was lost.
Yeah, Jokic was lost out there. I think it was Denver's had a few games like that this season. I don't think it was just a bad fourth quarter for Herb, man. Herb just it happens. It happens. But it was bad. It was bad.
I do want to add to this. I saw a tweet that mentioned that that we are underrating how difficult of a pass that was to make, where exactly Herb was positioned and the way that Aaron Gordon was defending it. Any thoughts to that?
Yeah, I saw that. So Aaron Gordon looked like he had an angle, right? He had an angle between him and the basket. But if you look at it, you kind of deceive the defense with your eyes. He's looking corner, so Gordon did jump there, and like that's a good point, Chris, because from our perspective, it's easy from a bird's eye view to see it. Now, from Herb's perspective, that's a 6'9" dude with a wingspan. It's really hard to see, right? But still, though, like he didn't look for it. That's what I'm.
Let me ask you:
I'm frustrated.
If he makes the pass, is he throwing it outside? Or is he throwing it inside?
He's throwing it outside. What I think would be a pump fake. It'd be like a pump fake, and he's outside. So he's throwing
it outside. You saying?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to explain, but yes. So he would be throwing it past Aaron. He'd be throwing past Aaron Gordon's right hip, if that would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
He'd be throwing on the other side because Willie's diving. You want to have the ball meet him at the right block, basically,
right?
Not with the left block.
See, I feel like you almost got a call. Yeah. Well, I'm very curious to like what you and Chad said to see what wasn't an option. If it wasn't an option,
because the triangle set, it's just it's a triangle set.
He didn't even look.
That's my problem. He didn't look. That's my problem.
But see,
that should be the first look. That's the first look. CJ's the second look. Sorry, Chaz.
No, the thing is, when you watch it on the broadcast, because I had the Nuggets broadcast, it looked like what Justin said. Like, why didn't he just do it? It was like, at least if it gets deflected, goes out of bounds, it's 1.5 seconds left on the clock, maybe 1.2, like 2 seconds left on the clock. You know what I'm saying? You got another opportunity for a catch and shoot situation. And but I still feel like CJ has to take that shot. Even he was 0 for 7 before that shot, but that's why he's here. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said he had it all. Look, if he hit it, he's 1 for 7, and none of that matters because he hit the game winner. But
let me ask you this, Chaz. I in real time, I when I watched the replay, I thought it was like the way that Gordon ended up trying to contest the shot. I don't think it would have been possible. Mm-hmm. But did you think when the pump fake happens and McCollum gets the first defender up in the air, is there a part that's thinking that maybe he should look for contact there if he's struggling? Yeah. The test looked like it would have been tough to do, but what you think?
I would say in that situation, when you just like you're so off, and he missed the shot by like it was a really bad miss, and it was a difficult shot. Yeah, just draw the contact, bro. And I saw that a couple times tonight with even Trey on the up fake. He goes for a dribble drive. I was happy that he used his dribble, but settled on a really bad mid-range jumper. It's like just take this team has a problem with that. Take the contact, go to the free throw line. You only needed 2. You hit 2 out of 3. Really, you only need 1. Go to overtime. You hit 2 out of 3. You're good. Just take the contact,
Chaz,
bro. This team don't do it, man.
I'm watching the replay. I've watched it now 70 times. You're right. You're so right. Why does he not go into Aaron Gordon?
That's what I was wondering because on the replay it looks like
Aaron Gordon is flying by him. I mean, right, there's so many options here. We messed up every single option. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm just yeah. I will say this though: CJ's legs are gone again.
Yeah, because he's the only player playing.
Yeah. They're gone again. They're absolutely gone again.
I mentioned to Justin earlier today. I kind of thought CJ should have rested this game and played on the second half Because when you got CJ,
We don't think ahead. What are you talking
like
about?
why?
We don't think ahead.
Yeah, we're just not like we're not punting the right games. So if Brandon, because they said hopefully, I don't know what hopefully means.
If you think Brandon's coming back tomorrow, which is the plan, forget
Right.
everything else. The plan is for Brandon to play tomorrow. Forget all of he doesn't want to say it. That's the plan. The plan is 100% for him to play tomorrow, and it was the plan Monday.
Right. So why not punt this game? Right. Have Najee, Brandon, and CJ fresh for tomorrow. Give them, the Minnesota's good. Minnesota, they get half from behind the arc, they attack downhill. This put your best shot. This, I don't know, Coach.
You remember
why don't they do it, Coach?
Chaz? Who was it? We had a back-to-back. It was it Brooklyn home, then at Dallas, and
then
we
at
went all
Dallas.
out for Brooklyn. We went all out for Brooklyn, and then just punted Dallas. It's like maybe the opposite, but
it's backwards, bro.
Game,
it's
Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that crap.
Maybe the
You
thought
just
is
said crap. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's not good job. Man, why YouTube still throwing the flag?
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Can't say feces on the
You can't say anything now at this point. Chris, you have a show coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is about Brandon Ingram. So that's launch at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Make sure you check that In Space with Chris Connor. Of course, Hot Takes with Chet Chaz. Pelicans have lost 5 in a row. I think it feels like it's 15 in a row. And they play Minnesota back at home tomorrow. Of course, we'll be here for the recap. We will not be on the recap Saturday, but we'll have the Sunday show. Hopefully, have a couple guests on there for as well. But if you make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, let's hear your thoughts on that final play. Once again, presented by Birdsall Law Firm, Company Burger, and DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of Boo Crew Media. We will see you all tomorrow.